welcome. Here we are, another week, another episode. What's the word for, third to last episode? The penultimate episode? The trinultimate episode of, season 1 of Taletraeder Camper Wayward Adventures. I'm your dungeon counselor, though am I a counselor if we're not at camp anymore? Who's to say? I'm Claire the DM. With me are 4 illustrious, intrepid, and troublemaking adventurers in the form of Yellow Cabin Bee. We've Dungeon Demon. It's me, your Dungeon Devil, your Dungeon Dame, Claire. Anyway, the gang is working on taking their quizzes, so we'll go around and do their introductions. They've asked that I take the quiz as Eleanor. So here we go. Who's ready to introduce themselves and their character?
I am.
Hell yeah.
Do it.
So, yes. Hello, everyone. I'm Allie. I play Buddy of God, comma dog. Buddy has taken this quiz of what's your inner mythical creature? And the answer that I've apparently been waiting for is fairy. You're a joyful being that controls the elements and protects animals. Your wings take you wherever you need to go. Your name is either nymph or, and I could be pronouncing this wrong, but it's spelled like aloe. So, how much do I know about fairies? Very little. But Buddy is a fairy.
Incredible.
Honestly, love it. I just finished.
Good.
And I also just got a cast as a voice, so I'm gonna do it in a voice.
Oh yeah.
Hi, I'm Corson, and I play Azar. And when I took the quiz today, I got mermaid. You're a calm and playful soul with a love for sea creatures. You spend all day hanging out with your fishy friends and spying on humans. Your name would be either Mina or Kelp.
Not Kelp. I almost said Kelp. I really almost did.
Shout out to Misfits and Magic. If you're here watching this right now, thank you, because the finale is tonight, and don't leave to watch it. Watch it later.
I'm so sorry for that voice. It was all I could think of.
It was well done.
Next?
Bravo.
And you said you play Azar?
Yes, did I?
Great. I don't know.
Of course, and I play Azar. What's up?
I'll go next. My name is Zan. I play Aoife. And I truly don't understand how this happened, but somehow I got a succubus. It's not accurate. Apparently I'm an angel
Hey, you know
demon.
who would say that?
A succubus! Oh my god, what if that's the twist, you guys? What if that's the twist?
Zan, don't tell them
Because you're
yet.
magnetic, Zan.
Oh, I'm an age-old demon who lures victims with your charming demeanor and killer looks. People all fear you, but they don't know your true identity until it's too late. My name is either Saria or Azriel, which is cool.
It's because you're so good at killing that people fear you, but they don't know until they encounter your blade.
I think I
It's
did
the charm.
pick sword as a weapon. I almost picked like no weapons, only peace, but I feel like my character has changed a bit.
Aoife has evolved.
So yeah, I think that's probably, but like there are so many creepier things I could have picked. Like I could have picked fear. Like, I don't know, man.
Succubus
image
doesn't
was
use
wild.
fear.
It was creepy.
That's a good point. I don't know, man. I also picked
I don't think a
bat.
succubus is no weapons, just peace either.
You know, I almost picked that, which would have like gotten me out of that, but I picked a sword. So
I would
Could've been a
like
fairy
to
like
know, Zan, if you took that quiz and answered everything the same except no weapons, just peace, if you would get the same answer.
yeah, great. Let's do it. I'll do it. Well, you
In
guys.
the meantime, Katie.
Hello. Sorry. I'm eating some Trader Joe's chicken tikka masala #spawn.
Except not not spawned.
No spawn.
Not actually. Obviously Trader Joe's doesn't spawn me. If only. Okay, whatever. I took this quiz as Lyndon, and I got a ghost. Ghost. You died a tragic death, but have been given a life beyond the grave. You haunt the living and appear almost transparent. Your name is either Victoria, Haven, or Jefferson.
Ooh.
I think we call this foreshadowing.
I'm horrified.
I was gonna say,
Dang.
well, I took this
I think
quiz
that's
as Eleanor.
an insult against Irish people, by the way, saying I'm almost transparent just because I'm a fair-skinned Irish lass doesn't mean I'm transparent, but whatever.
Lyndon
I
is also a
digress.
fair-skinned Irish lass, yes?
Oh, I'm not Irish.
Okay. I was like, what? It's like, what is
I am
happening?
not Irish. Make no
Definitely
mistake.
would've
Make
thought
no
you were
mistake.
Irish,
I am
though.
biased against Irish people. No offense. I'm sorry.
What?
I am 50%
Wait,
Scottish.
we're gonna need
Scottish.
to walk this back immediately.
50%
You
Polish.
just...
You want? Wait, no. Then wouldn't you be upset
Of
with
course
like
I know what
Scotland
that's
or
like.
something?
I'm Irish. I'm
I'm
Irish,
Irish,
Jess.
Jess.
I'm Irish.
Oh my god!
Of course I know what being discriminated against racially is like. I'm Irish. That's my impression of the guy
That's
from
Bend
It
It Like Beckham.
Oh.
Oh, wow, that's a
Well,
throwback.
You guys want to guess what Eleanor is?
Is she a succubus too?
She's a vampire.
Oh, damn.
You were hundreds of years old and feast on human blood. People are drawn to your mysterious beauty. Your name is either Dawn or Luther.
Oh.
And that's
Luther.
Eleanor in a nutshell.
I would say I'd love to be haunted by Lyndon. So,
Well, you might be, so get ready.
Dawn is a terrible vampire name, Darius.
Is
that's
it
correct.
better or worse than Renesmee?
Renesmee is not technically a vampire, actually.
Oh, we're gonna go there, huh?
Speaking of things we've screened on the Discord, couple of announcements as I choke on this blood that I'm drinking. Let me look at my list of things I'm supposed to announce. Taletraeder Season 1 will end on Wednesday, August 4th. That's so soon. Get ready, gang. These last couple episodes are gonna have to be just popping off. Then we're gonna take one Wednesday off because I have a work commitment. And then on August 18th, we're gonna kick off a several episode, probably about 3 episodes, mini-series, mini-campaign called Oops, All Rogues, run by our very own Rejoice Murphy, featuring 2 faces that you see on this Zoom with you, one Allie and one Claire. And it will be heist themed. It will be heist themed. To prepare for that, we will be doing a Discord screening of Ocean's 11 and the heist episode of Rick and Morty, which have both been deemed required viewing for those of us in the cast of Oops All Rogues. So I figured, why not watch it with everyone else who wants to watch those 2 things together?
Never
Is
seen
Ocean's
those.
11 the one that came out like 3 years ago?
No, that's Ocean's 8.
Oh, okay.
I don't know any of the oceans.
Joyce and
at
I
all.
mutually agreed that though we love the premise of Ocean's 8, they really did them dirty. They really did them dirty. They could have done it so much better.
Can I request 2 supplemental viewings, perhaps? Number 1, Now You See Me. And number 2,
I love Now You
Charlie's
See Me.
Angels, the remake.
Oh.
Sexy. Fucking absolute the sexiest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, I don't have whatever stars or whatever anymore. I downloaded it just for the one day that I watched the Charlie's Angels remake.
Here's
That's
the thing,
amazing.
is that I purchased the Charlie's Angels remake because I loved it so much.
Interesting.
Wow.
So mayhaps maybe we could do that. Well,
I haven't purchased Now You See Me, but I would be willing to because I think it slaps.
I bet it's somewhere also. Can I recommend Fast 5? Okay, here's the thing. You can recommend everything you want, but the 2 things that we are going to screen because we are doing a heist on the channel are Ocean's 11 and the heist episode of Rick and Morty. Other things we want to screen, I almost said scream because that's where I'm at, are great, and we're down to clown with that. But the required viewing for the cast members of Oops All Rogues will be screened in the Discord. So,
Is Jesse Eisenberg in Now You See Me?
yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh,
100%.
wow. Okay, I know what we're
100%.
talking
So
about
is
now.
Woody- so is
and
Woody
Dave
Harrelson.
Franco.
And the other Franco. And I believe the first one
He
is
said
Isla
the
Fisher,
other
right?
Franco.
The other
The first one does
Franco.
have, yeah.
He's the other Franco for us Freaks and Geeks stands.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. We don't need to get into this. We need to get into this.
Okay,
Last
vote
week.
Dave or Joe or James.
Yeah, so you
Joe?
couldn't even remember his name.
Today's or not today. The other day, somebody posted somebody being the person who I am writing a comedy special with, or she's writing it and I'm music directing it. She wrote "dress like Jason Gordon-Levitt" as costume notes, and I thought that was the funniest thing. Anyway,
Genius.
That's amazing. I still see what that looks like. I can see it now. It's like Jason Sudeikis. No, there's a few Jasons that Jason could come with. But the rest is very, very keen in my mind.
I was just doing the redemption of the appearance of Alistair
Yes.
Ash.
That was enjoyed by everyone.
Okay, amazing. All right, here we go. Last week, on Taletraeder Camp for Wayward Adventurers, the gang went to hell. Oh, that's so risky, my guy. All right, the gang went to hell. There are truly so many glass things on that, but all right. You made it to a craggy, cavernous, hot hell. You ventured across. You watched Lyndon get licked by flames and unaffected generally. This cat is now on my desk. Incredible. And unaffected generally. You can't write waggle butts in the chat and not expect me to get distracted. Lyndon got licked with flames seemingly unaffectedly, and the rest of the gang got their shit a little bit rocked as you headed into Abramok. Once you arrived, though, you realized pretty quickly it's a modern city. It's a place with big vibes and bigger dreams, and to be clear, the phrasing of the question is who is the lesser Franco, right? So we're voting for who we dislike.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
that's
James
correct.
Franco is a creep. And one time, he sold a bunch of blank spaces on a wall with just like a little like card being like, "Oh, this is what this painting is about," for like $7,000.
to
It's not.
clarify, and this
kinda
won't
wish I
have
could do
any
that.
bearing on the poll, obviously, because many of you already voted. To clarify, lesser does not imply any sort of person value moral code. It is when you think of the Franco brothers, who do you think of first? That's the greater Franco. Who do you think of second is the lesser Franco?
I hear you on that. My vote is correct then. Great.
So is mine. Okay. Anyway, go watch The Little Hours indeed. Thank you, Zan. Okay, frantic energy happening here. You headed into the city of Abramok. You started to get the lay of the land, realized it's a city. You know, it's a city mostly teeming with devils and demons, perhaps, and hot people. But primarily, you felt like you might be the only... You felt pretty quickly, according to Bestie, that your untainted, mortal, full-fledged souls might be a good thing to maintain here. You were able to get your soul coins broken. Some of you, I think, got your soul coins broken. Did everybody?
Broken currency
Into
wise?
No,
more
I didn't.
funds.
I
I
thought
did
that was only Nugget who did that.
Amazing. Just Nugget
Yeah.
got his soul coin broken into 100 silver piece soul coins
Nug.
and put in a bag. Nugget said next to nothing the entire time. No one spoke to him. So he's just vibing and living. Vibing
I
and
think we're
thriving.
used to him not speaking back. But
Yeah. Cal and Mark went with you all as well. You were headed towards a motel when quickly out of the corner of your eye, you spotted a recognizable, greasy hot man, Eldritch, headed down towards an alleyway. He was with a gaggle of spine devils and bagged a young woman who you could not see. Using the clairvoyant spell, Azar threw her little spy glass into her little spy spell into the bag, recognizing Eleanor, an East camper and Cal's roommate's girlfriend. You all decided to bolt towards the situation and rounded the corner into actually the muraled alleyway that you were looking for, covered in social media ready murals, but more importantly, housing a recognizable face of Ilfas, the Deathlock that you faced previously. It would seem that by killing someone on the material plane, they just get sent back to hell. They don't actually die forever. Though you did have the thought that perhaps if you kill someone in hell, they'll stay dead. Ilfas was able to, before the fight broke fully out, Ilfas was able to cast a high-level Dispel Magic on Eleanor, who quickly kind of fell to the ground in shambles and reassembled her personality as Fierna's lost daughter. Eldritch's sister. Eleanor has been amongst you the entire time. A fight broke out. Eleanor promptly spotted Lyndon as some of her mother's handiwork, and everyone started to fight. Ilfas dimension doored away with Eldritch. Aoife spotted a doorway in one of the murals, and Azar took a moment to draw Eleanor's attention to the possibility that they could help one another. We pick up in an alleyway, tentatively out of initiative for the moment, but still moving in relative bullet time here. I still have the list in front of me if we have to jump back in. Eleanor stands, Lyndon behind her, raising an eyebrow, having turned toward Azar. She most recently said, "Say more."
So, okay, like I said, I don't think we're on different sides here. I think that we maybe both have the same interest, and maybe that interest has to do with some, certain fellas who are below standards here and are performing subpar work, and therefore could be replaced by someone with any talent. Anyway, what I'm proposing is mostly just some sort of collaboration to institute maybe a mutually beneficial power structure, or a hierarchy of talents that maybe puts people who can't do their jobs without help at the bottom of the structure.
You see Eleanor turn toward Lyndon behind her. She just kind of lets Azar keep going for a little bit. Turns, makes eye contact with you, Lyndon, and goes, "Do you know what she's talking about? Does she work for you?" You're muted.
How did I mute myself on there and on my mic? She doesn't actually work for me per se. We're more like best friends in like a squad, as you can probably tell by our outfits, and we're actually just here on like a fun little trip. Like, we don't mean like much harm really, so I would just suggest, like, if you could like give us a little bit of tips on how to be here, considering you've been withholding those from us. I don't know. I'm just, I'm just spitballing here. And then I kind of want to cast the Friends cantrip.
Oh God.
Huh.
Oh God.
So you can join the squad if you want.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a cantrip?
Go ahead and make the
Friends?
Oh. Yeah, okay. Go ahead and make the check you're trying to make here with advantage.
Okay. Quick question for me because I have a bird brain. What, like, so we ended this and someone...
I got a 25 on my persuasion check for that thing I just said, I think. Or was it just to get her to turn around?
You got a 25 on your persuasion check to be like, we can help each other. In that moment, also, moments before, Eldritch and Ilfast just disappeared, and Aoife has spotted this mysterious door.
Okay. Can I rescind my friend's cantrip?
Yes, yeah. I'll allow it. I'll allow a quick red line,
I'm
absolutely.
sorry. Someone woke up at 3:30 in the morning today.
Watch soccer.
Yeah.
I love it. That's
correct.
dedication.
And someone didn't go back to sleep after that. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes.
She asked if Azar works for you.
Azar, I'm keeping everything I just said. I'm keeping.
Okay.
Doesn't necessarily work for me, but we are best friends. We're kind of a squad, if you can't tell, and we have room for more in the squad. Nugget here is a new addition, so like we're ever expanding.
Here's the other
thing.
thing.
And I fully stand by Azar and everything she said. And then I'm gonna go stand behind you, like a little henchman.
Here's the other thing, Eleanor.
Bestie comes waddling out.
Is your name Eleanor still? Is there something else you would prefer?
Eleanor is fine.
Okay. Here's the other thing. I'm not really going to mince words because I feel like we're already in a situation in which we would all be better off if we just knew what the other was talking about. So I'm talking about Eldritch. He sucks at his job. I've heard your mother say as such, repeatedly. And that's why you were brought back here. And I think that he doesn't deserve his position in the cabinet if he's gonna rely on other people to do his job for him.
Buddy definitely wants to pipe in and be like, yeah!
My brother has long since decided that feelings are more important than...
Facts?
Well, facts, execution, both literal and metaphorical, and, well, my brother aligns more completely with the other side of the ruling class of this realm.
See, I think that the work that we could do together could have sort of, trickle up impact, maybe, because I think that there's a plague of mediocrity in leadership on a half of this plane, half of this layer. And frankly, I think it's in everyone's interest to make that mediocrity demoted.
I think Buddy would hear what Azar's saying and lean over to Zan. Hello. And lean over to Aoife.
Yes.
And then ask, is it possible for things to trickle if they're going up?
It's kind of, it's
Magic
a metaphor.
exists.
That too.
It's a magic metaphor?
Clearly you don't just hate men, since you have this small man in your group.
Yeah, have you ever heard
And
about
those
the
other
exception
men, but
that
they don't
proves the
seem
rule?
to... Mark, kind of waves. Cal leans back against the alley. Nugget.
Wait, does our group hate
I'm
men?
not saying anything about hating men. I'm saying hating mediocrity, and it has been entrusted into our knowledge on several occasions that certain members of leadership here are performing subpar output.
My brother
results.
is bad at his job, yes.
And so are maybe other leaders who are maybe higher up than your brother.
You hear in your mind, Azar, telepathically, speak not his name aloud or he will hear you in this moment.
Can I message back?
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
I understand what your implication is. My brother is going to beat us to my mother if we do not move quickly.
Let's move. Let's motor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, let's run.
I guess we'll come back to this door later. That's okay. This sounds more important right
She
now.
turns and walks towards the door.
Oh, never mind. I guess we're going. We're going through the door. The door in hell.
Are all men?
Can I sidebar with Nugget before we go into the inside?
Yeah, very briefly. You can
Yeah.
fall to the back as
that's exactly what I want to do. Nugget. Like, no pressure at all. If you do want to not come in, we can, or, maybe find a different way. We could maybe try and make you a little tent or something like that. I don't know. Just like in the bathroom. I don't know. I feel bad that we kind of dragged you here by your shoelaces and,
Azar,
Okay.
you just a cold, firm, not cold, a earth temperature hand just up on your shoulder, just a little like.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Maybe an insight check.
14.
I mean, he might not want to be left alone. He might genuinely be okay with this. He might be terrified. He's pretty even keeled, but it seems like he would much rather be with you all than not.
Great. Honestly, fair. After watching that guy dispel magic really good, I probably would be feeling the same. Okay, let's go in.
I want to go up to Cal and Mark, and I just want to say with very great joy on my face that, hey, did you hear that? Azar says we're mediocre. And just keep going. I don't see it as a bad thing.
Cal just sighs. And Mark's like, buddy, that's not what she meant. She wouldn't. Oh.
Azar's
Yeah.
just trying to not intimidate them. We're an elite team. Elite.
Yeah, we're all magical metaphors. We're mediocre and magical metaphors. That sounds like good things to me.
Buddy, do you listen when others talk?
Yeah? Do you?
Do you delve deeper, or is it just the words you hear and that's just what it is?
I think I know enough about words, Cal. Don't worry about me. And I keep walking away from Cal.
Lyndon, you just hear Cal mumbling under his breath. Nobody noticed when he didn't have a brain. Oh, God. As you all kind of walk in. The room is very dark. It is sort of a back of house situation in the back of a kind of a warehouse building. You see the front portion is some sort of like workshop. There's stuff kind of strewn about seems like different kind of arcane elements and stuff like that. Everybody make me a perception check as you walk in.
Perception.
That is an 18.
16.
19.
13.
Nice. Lyndon, you see a sliver of light seal off as a wall seems to close.
Oh. On which side? The door we just came through?
Yeah, so the door you just came through, as you're looking ahead, it looks like a big back wall. You caught the tail end of that wall sealing itself.
Okay. I'm gonna clock that. And I'm gonna store that away. And I'm gonna tell Cal, this man is good at knowing the layout of places.
Cal's gonna make an intelligence check.
The wall just slid close. I watched it.
Aren't we trying to beat someone somewhere?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why isn't
Should
she
we-
moving with any urgency?
I don't know. Maybe we should lead by example.
I'll
I'm gonna
stay in
start
the
running.
back. You bolt, Cal falls to the
I
back.
start running.
You run towards the door, the wall.
Yeah.
Lyndon goes running at a wall.
Yeah, I want to go at it like,
Lyndon, this isn't Harry Potter. Slow down.
I want to go at it with,
Platform
with
8.5.
with my shield in front of me.
Gosh.
You're just fully running directly into this wall.
I'm gonna try it.
All right, make me an athletics check.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm just saying, sometimes believing you can do it is the way to do it. Like that book about the bee who couldn't fly, but then, like, he could. Dirty
Wow.
20.
Hell has done wonders for you.
You, like, athlete run, bam, with the shield. You hear a chunk as the wall dents a little bit. And and there is like a little sliver of light as it dislodges a little bit from where it was. So now
There we
everyone
go.
sees the teeny sliver of light from behind. That light is appears to be kind of thrumming.
It's just like opening a
How does-
pickle jar once you get
how
it
does-
loose.
It would seem perhaps my brother is still here.
Is
Should
here
we-
where we're supposed to be? Should we be going somewhere else?
Well, there's a
By the
teleportation circle back there. I
Should we
think.
crash it?
Can we do that?
I'm not very certain how durable you all are. I've just
Very.
sort of been
Extremely.
walking because it seems like this one, she points at Azar, it seems like this one has a very clear idea of what she would like, but I don't have a great read on the situation, other than that I'm fairly certain I could kill you all, but neither here nor there.
That's almost certainly true. What do you need from us to reassure or convince
Well,
you or
are you
inspire
hoping...
Do we need to kill something?
Well, do you need an audience? Should we beat them to my mother? Here's the thing. I know that it will be bad if I just kill my brother out of the blue. They've sort of created this relationship with he and I that is, you might say similar to the toxic relationship. I didn't say toxic, to the, in all four of your heads, and everyone in the party's heads, you hear, to the complicated relationship between my mother and her fellow ruler. They've done a bit of installation of that between my brother and I, but...
So here's the question that I have for you. I mean, unless you want to cut in and say finish what you're going to say, but the question that I was going to pose to you is, you have a much better read, even I feel like with years not being here, on what will work than we could ever possibly have. So
I've been destined for greatness, even when I did not want greatness. I think that And you see like a flash of emotion on her face, and she sort of like shakes it for a second. I'm sorry, that was strange. I think an audience with those with more power than I is more important if you're looking to not just be killed, apparently, since my brother has decided to bring me back what you said sounds like at the behest of my mother. It's been several years. And admittedly, some of it's hazy. He had already fallen for, the little blonde dog girl. And they were a whole thing. And I decided if he was going to go live a life, it may as well make sense for me to give it a shot. But I didn't want to just do that. I felt it would be a bit more of a risk to me and to my family if I was just wandering around like Eldritch telling everyone who I was and what I was doing. But I think
Is this
it's
the first
been a
time
while.
Is this the first time you've spoken to him since you left? Since you went upstairs?
Yes.
Did you have fun at camp?
I didn't go to camp. I lived in town. I
Yeah, she worked at the bookstore, buddy, remember?
I lived in town. I met
Oh.
Art.
So you probably didn't have any fun.
I don't know. Woe's Tavern's a damn good time.
Yeah, we rep hard for woes in this house.
Yeah, that liquor store too.
But you were really there?
Here's the other thing I'll say, based on your... Sorry, answer Lyndon's question first.
My memories are collapsing onto themselves right now, making justifications for decisions that I've made and things that I remember saying out loud that I no longer feel as though I may have done or said. And so these things collapsing onto themselves in my brain I read a lot of books, and I remember the books, and I remember all of you, but the feelings feel different. It feels like have you ever read a book? She looks at Lyndon just dead in the face.
I read this one.
Have you ever read a story? Even as a child. Okay, you've never read a book. Have you ever has anyone ever told you a story of a thing where you were not there?
Oh yeah, all the time.
I read all of these books, and sure, let's say, okay, you've heard a story. I can't believe you've never read a book.
I might have, I just don't, you know, it
I
didn't stick in my mind if I did.
Well, the point of the... This is the first time
like
she's looked
skim
like the Eleanor that you
maybe.
recognize. Like, this is the moment that she looks like Eleanor. Okay. When you read a book, and you remember the book, and you remember the story, or when someone tells you a story because you don't read, you remember it like it is a thing that you remember, and a story arc, and a structure, and feelings that were passive. And looking back at what happened in the last... My best guess is 7 years? 8? 6?
I don't know. Looking at you, it kind of could be like 20.
Do you have a mirror?
Do I? I don't think I have one in my inventory quite
Lyndon
literally.
would.
I would.
Lyndon
I
definitely would.
Give me that.
I would.
Give me that.
Okay, you could like ask a little nicely, but
They're joking. They're all joking. Everybody's telling a big funny.
As a servant of my mother, I would think that you would bow to my every whim, and yet here we are. But nevertheless...
Servant?
You don't read!
I can, I just don't.
This is why
Linda
my mother
just
doesn't...
likes looking at
My
socials.
mother doesn't really read much either. She more... It's a larger... There are certain things that I have taken from her compatriot that has made me a better suited heir. Nevertheless, the point... She's like looking in the mirror now. Okay, this is fine. 6 to 7 years. Beneficiary of my mother's boons. Her squad. With ideas larger than that of whatever favor it is she has owed you. I have been awakened from my storybook, from my life, that is a, distant and book-like memory, to assist my mother, presumably, in something. Now, you just saw what happened to me. I do not know why I have been awakened. It seems that you know more than I. But if my mother has sent for me, it means that something is happening.
Or maybe Eldris is just the worst.
Presumably something is happening, and that is why he cannot do what is happening.
I think...
Do you know what he's failed to do?
I think at this point, firstly, okay, the other thing I would like to tell you, based on the contemptuous tone you had a little bit earlier, and then I message into her brain, spelling out ORDINA until she stops me, is no more. Upstairs, probably down here she's around, I don't know.
No. She was not a devil nor a demon.
Then she's fucking gone.
You see just like a very small smile across her face.
Whoops emoji. But, anyway, I think, and then I'll fill her in on, like, the camp plans, situation, the wards, like, probably won't get into, like, the deep state of, like, Finala leaving the camp and that whole thing, but just, like, and then also the stuff about the light temples. I don't know what any of this means, but this is what's been going on. Again, like, I know you have a very different perspective than we do, so, like, maybe this will mean something to you that it doesn't mean to me.
Interesting. She looks directly at Mark.
Yeah, he's had a rough go.
Oh, Mark.
You're going to die here. And Mark's face goes very pale. What? What makes you say that? Eleanor? Well, it seems like this girl, Lyndon, with the boon from my mother, has decided that she is going to be rebellious in the matter. She points at you, Azar, seems more tied to the area. He...
I thaumaturgy a little fire around my hand.
She points at Buddy. Can be swayed, given who his ties are to. You smell. You smell bright. And if anyone's going to be punished, it will likely be you, boy. So I just thought maybe I should warn you as we continue. But you all seem very confident, and if you're confident that you need an audience with my mother, then let's get one, shall we?
Sure. I mean, if you want to go in, maybe have a little reunion moment, that's also fine. I don't mean to encroach on your family time.
Should Mark be here?
But I'm happy to be a buffer. Probably not, buddy, but, you know.
Mark speaks up and says, "It's better that I'm here than that the next person they want is you, bud."
I don't
You're
think
not
that makes me
taking-
feel better.
We're not taking or punishing anyone. It's not happening.
Yeah, no one's gonna die here on my watch.
It's noble.
Except people I wanna die.
It's noble of you to say that. It is.
Yeah, you're on Fiona's watch, Lyndon.
I'm on a lot of watches. I'm
Lyndon,
like Mr.
as Buddy
Worldwide.
says that, your phone rings.
Ding dong. I'm gonna look at it. Who is it? Who's calling?
It's an unmarked.
Of course it is.
That's how they all are in hell.
Yeah.
I'm getting a phone call, everyone. I'm gonna answer it. And then I answer it.
You say nothing, you just answer the phone.
Hello. I wait like 10 seconds though.
Hi, honey, heard you're here.
This is Fiona.
The one and only. I heard one of your friends calling my name.
Interesting, because none of us were doing that.
Go ahead and make a deception check with
I
disadvantage.
absolutely was doing that. I absolutely 100% did that.
Did you say with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Alright.
Wow.
11. Could
You
be
think I
worse. It
can't-
wasn't a nat one.
You think I don't have reception on my own circle of hell?
So you're telling me you just hear everything that ever happens on your own circle of hell, because that sounds
No,
kind
but
of
when
hard
someone's
to
yelling my
parse.
name over and over again, talking about me,
Wow.
very
No
near
one's-
to some things that belong to me.
Okay, I have 2 questions. First of all, is no one else here named Fiona? Could that not be?
No, I have a monopoly on my name. It's both trademarked and just uncouth to use.
It's like when they retire jersey numbers.
That's a little excessive, if I do say so myself.
You're
No
telling me you
not
wouldn't
a,
be offended
not a
if someone
critique.
tried to name themselves Lyndon Kennedy?
I would be kind of honored, because, as I've been told, imitation is the highest form of flattery.
Imitation
that goes
is
without
low
saying.
brow.
If you would like to name your next child Lyndon Kennedy, I give you my blessing. I give you my full blessing.
Speaking of my children, what have you gotten
Um,
yourself into? Or in between?
We're
Lyndon?
just chatting. We're just hanging right now. We're just reminiscing about...
I heard a rumor you were here for social media, and now you're here to have a play date with Eleanor?
Well, you can do both. It's actually best if you do both, because what people want to see is you having fun and looking cool. And so yeah, I did come here for social media, and I'm trying to get some like hot tips on where to go, but it's kind of hard because, we keep getting, tangents.
Oh. Lyndon.
Yes.
There must be a way to make you smarter.
If there is, they haven't found it yet.
Well, we figured out how to make you more charming. Maybe the next deal we make leaves you more able to see when you're being obviously tricked.
Maybe. That'd be great. Honestly, that'd be really great. And I'm gonna start motioning to Cal while I'm on this call, and I'm gonna start like mouthing like, I think a trick is afoot. Are there any traps? Are there any illusions? But I'm like
thaumaturgy.
I'm like covering the phone. It's not you, Azar, don't worry. Go
ahead and everybody can, if you want to look around, you can make investigation checks.
Oh, I absolutely know what the trick is.
Oh gosh, yeah, why not?
I'll roll, but I think I fucking know.
I have no idea what's going on, truly, so.
I got a 21.
Ooh.
Just to state the obvious aloud, perhaps it's not obvious because she speaks in obfuscations.
I'm not very...
Fierna is hinting that Lyndon's friends are lying to her about why she's here.
I thought Eleanor was the trap. See, I just
no, absolutely. It's that
like
we've tried to get Lyndon
it's like
to throw her
triple
book in the
entendre, right? But like the obvious thing she's trying to hint at is that. I'm
thinking to myself, we've been made.
as me, forgot that I'm being tricked. So I'm not gonna change anything Lyndon has thought. She's looking around. She's looking around for traps. She only got a 14, so I don't.
I mean that wall is still open and the light is like getting brighter, and beginning to go out.
Something's not good.
I want to go up to it and just like stick a little eye in there while I'm still on the phone. I just want to like see if I can see.
As you're still on the phone and you stick an eye through, she goes, "Oh, Lyndon, it would seem I'm getting a visitor."
Oh shit.
I'm gonna do a backward somersault away.
The teleportation circle is activating, right?
Yes.
To go? Okay.
Yeah, it takes a minute to cast the spell. Which you probably know from having used teleporters before. She goes...
Okay, here's the thing. Lyndon might be thinking that Fiona's in that room. And that when I stuck my eye in there, that she saw that.
A bright red light is glowing, and you're seeing the outlines of people as you stick your eye in that room.
I'm gonna turn my head to everyone and I'm gonna say, I think she's in there.
I immediately back away.
Eleanor just goes, no.
Just no.
And she's lying to me.
No. She doesn't really lie.
Why would she need to?
Eleanor, like, raises her eyebrows and looks at you, Azar, with, like, a look that is of former Eleanor. Fierna, in your ear, Lyndon, goes, Lyndon, be careful. Protect the gifts that you have, both internal and external. And maybe I'll see you soon? It appears my son has something to tell me.
Fuck. I'm gonna say to everyone, he's there! He got to her.
The light
in the other room, Lyndon. I think he's teleporting
you guys,
there right now.
This is the moment that you have to decide if you're gonna crash this teleportation or not.
Yes, I would love to crash it.
Great. How do you want to try to do that?
How do we open the door, Eleanor? Can we crash this?
Just
Can we
slide
get this show on
the
road?
wall open.
Okay, great. We're sliding. We're sliding.
Eleanor just walks over and like grabs it and begins to like slide the door open. And Mark and Nugget just run to like help. Yeah.
I'm just gonna draw my sword because I don't like any of this.
You see Eldritch standing in the circle with Ilfast like doing the spell. His like skeletal, scary old face there. And they both look at you all and he's like, stay back. And Eldritch is like, what the fuck? How did you find us? And Eleanor is like, you can't go far. Come on, we'll go together. And she walks forward as well.
No, oh no, okay.
Can I switch rings with Mark?
Yeah.
Or try to? I don't know if
try
he'll let
to.
me, but I just like start pulling mine off and like pointing at his as we're like getting to the teleport
make me a
circle.
persuasion check. With disadvantage, honestly. That's gonna be tough to...
Nat 1.
No.
Dice tell the story
You
that's
see
meant to
Mark
be told.
turns and Mark grabs your hand and pushes your ring back down onto your finger and looks up at you and goes, it's not gonna fit me, Azar. Let's go.
Oh.
That's true. I didn't think of that. Fuck.
Man, there's a lot of dumb people in hell.
Not even as a pinky ring?
Not y'all included.
All right, and we're getting on this
And you run into this thrumming red teleportation circle. As you look down, you see, rather than the sort of traditional runes that you're used to seeing in teleporters, a full pentagram filled with like crazy infernal symbols all over the ground. And as you step across the threshold, like pushing your way in, waiting until the last minute, Lyndon, you just hear, still kind of holding your crystal close to your ear, you just hear, oh, honey, this will be great. Maybe we'll find a way to get you smarter yet.
Take us to the
We're gonna take our bio break.
I'm gonna hang up. No!
She already hung up.
I'm hanging up and I'm somersaulting into the room.
Incredible. You all run into the teleportation circle and we will be right back. Hello! Welcome back. Here we are. We're back. The most angelic photos. Were you trying to get God?
No, I just like aesthetics.
Incredible. I'll need to take it as myself, but...
I jumped in the message and I thought he's like, that's what I got. And for some reason I skipped God and then the hell yeah buddy icon, it was like dying. And I was like, I didn't think that was an option.
I got dead. You've been dead the whole time.
I mean, I guess that's kind of what Ghost is.
Fair. All right. Welcome back. You all just ran directly into an active teleportation circle.
Thanks for casting the spell, Eldritch.
Ilfast. Eldritch cannot do that.
Oh, Ilfast, even better.
Just to be very clear, Ilfast was casting the spell. Everybody
You have a name like Eldritch, and I assume you're magic.
He is magic. He's just not magic.
Ugh.
Because he's
Useless.
You said it, not me. Amazing. Everybody make me con saves.
Oh.
Got a million bad bitches in my face.
17.
23.
24.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, jeez. I only got a 17 compared to everybody else.
I also got a 17.
Oh,
That's not bad. Jesus Christ.
I don't know, it seemed bad compared to everybody else.
Jesus. I mean, it's probably not ideal, right? Like, beating a 20 is probably better.
Sorry, I got a lot of NPCs. All right. just Cal. Just Cal, as you all go running into the teleportation circle. Lyndon, you see Cal double over and like grab his chest really hard. And he grabs your hand hard, and you've really like you've seen this man get his shit rocked plenty of times. He has never been so stalled out as you see him in this moment. And you see, as you clatter to the ground, you see his coin roll out of his pocket, shatter, and several of the pieces fly across the room.
Oh, shit.
Lyndon, you immediately recognize where you are. You are in an ornate throne room, covered in gems. And let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mark, Nugget, Cal. Who else am I missing? That's everybody, right?
That's everybody.
You see 7 pieces of Cal's coin fly across the room, and tink, 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 at the feet of a beautiful woman in a throne.
I think I would run up and gather them.
You go ahead and make me, I lost her stat block. Go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
Alright. I'm not good at these. Nat 20. Nat 20.
That's good.
Wow. I haven't gotten one of those in ages.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You have to make this with disadvantage. It's against a devil.
Ah!
Give a second nat 20.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Second crit.
7.
Yeah, the impulse to run across the room is the nat 20. The 7 is when she looks at you sideways and you feel your feet stop before you think of even stopping. And the pieces, she just moves her hand and the pieces fly up and behind the throne. Oh, honey, no, there's just a toll.
A toll?
Well, yes, if you're gonna use my teleporters, there's a toll.
Well, we just kind of, ran into it.
With your own feet and your own plan to come and visit.
Can we share the toll instead of him having to pay the whole thing?
Yeah.
I'll pay part of it. Give him some of it back.
Everyone.
You want me to give him back his pieces so that you can give me some of yours?
I think we can maybe make it up to him in other ways.
Really? Like, this seems like a really important way.
This seems like a really important person, Eva. We'll figure it out later.
Can I...
Oh,
Wait.
well, aren't you sweet? She stands, and in this space, the Lord of Hell, Fierna, stands, and in this moment, her figure is probably about 10 feet tall.
God, Jesus.
She stands up off of the throne and walks over to Buddy and extends a hand out. She has these sort of like finely manicured nails. And she kind of just like reaches out to touch your face a little bit, Buddy. And she goes, "Somebody taught you well. These are good manners that you have."
I'm not gonna say anything.
It's nice
I'm
to
just
meet
gonna
you,
try to-
buddy. I've heard a lot about you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Thank you. It is nice to meet me. Eleanor.
Uh-huh.
She lets go of your face, completely disengages in the blink of an eye. Eleanor, my darling. Eldritch, thank you for awakening your sister. The rest of you, you've decided to come visit. Lyndon needs photos. She looks she looks between Aoife and Azar. It's wonderful that she has so many willing friends to assist her in her social media journey. She is quite the influencer.
Well, it's really hard to get likes and fans on EMOC unless you're, like, in hell, so that was kind of the impetus.
It is a carefully designed platform.
Yeah, honestly, props. You really outpaced Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, no. I didn't make this, actually. Eleanor did.
Oh my god, Eleanor, that is so fucking cool.
She just kind of straightens up. Thank you.
Can you teach me how to code?
Make a persuasion check.
Maybe. Just like
Yes, I love this side quest.
a 26.
You hear telepathically.
No, 28.
You hear telepathically, if you make it through this and live, sure.
I sent her back a winky face emoji telepathically.
For hell's sake.
With the tongue out there. One.
Um,
And then say, girl boss.
never say that to me again.
That was a joke. Sorry, it's like a bit that we do. It's like
It's
just a bit.
extremely difficult for jokes to read over telepathic speech.
That is true.
I would
should imagine we're
appreciate you
texting.
not make jokes about girl bosses. Next thing you know, you're going to tell me to hustle harder.
Did you know on Earth they just made a girl boss baby movie?
This has gone too far. Fierna.
Done.
Well, buddy. She turns back to you for a moment. I almost forgot. I owe you an apology.
For what?
Well, it would seem that some people take my orders and bend them to be things that they think will be fun. You deserve a mind of your own, buddy.
Not a feeble one, buddy.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I don't remember a lot anyway, so I'm just glad it's over.
Oh, buddy, something tells me that's not true.
It's not over?
You have a fine memory.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I do my research. My daughter may think I don't read, but reading people is a worthwhile skill to have.
I agree.
So, are you all waiting for me to say why I've brought my child back? Or are you all here on a specific mission? Perhaps you want me to take this book from Lyndon and trick me into destroying it? Or...
I mean, nobody was saying anything about tricking.
Yeah,
It
you could
seems
just
that she
destroy
likes
it.
Lyndon, do you like your present?
I mean, I found it really helpful.
It
No,
is the only guide.
We're definitely way more curious about Eleanor. Like, that's what we want to hear about for sure.
Did you know we were friends on the surface? Well, acquaintances? Corson's brain just shut off. Acquaintances?
Yes, my son.
I mean, I know you do the research, but
My son did manage to keep some tabs on my daughter on the material plane. Now, Eleanor, I'm sure you know this, but for our audience here, she gestures towards the 7 mortals in the room.
I sit cross-legged on the ground.
Oh!
Is this cool?
Did you want a more comfortable place to sit?
I can stand if you'd rather I stand.
She raises a hand, and just protruding from the wall are, like, velour benches.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll sit on the
They
bench.
just thrust out of the wall, and all this, like, crazy drapery comes out.
That is so
It's a
cool.
malleable space.
Like a black box theater.
Absolutely not. I have standards.
I'm not really sure I understand what's going on, but I'm just gonna follow Azar.
Buddy, take a seat, do your best. Something tells me you'll remember a lot of this.
Okay.
Eleanor, as you remember, some time ago, before you were born too, she looks at Eldridge, who just is like, I had devoted followers, and I was a plain walker. I traveled out of the 9 hells. I took vacations. I took people. I took souls from all over the multiverse. As pets, as playthings, as devices, as souvenirs, as supporters. Whatever you imagine. I walked the plains, and I like to think that people quite enjoyed me as their guest. I was nothing but kind, pleasant, sometimes divisive, but I like to think in a good way, right? Every good party has someone who's making conversation. And I make conversation. That being said, at a certain point, if you make too much conversation, people who you don't want to be conversing with start talking to you. She looks at Mark when she says that. Some people, some beings, think that being a plain walker, as someone as powerful as I am, is a dangerous thing. It turns out there's a reason why the gods stay where they are, or what have you, and so they decided that my privileges should be revoked, which is traditionally a very difficult thing to do, given, well, she, like, completely changes the shape of the room, just a demonstration of power, dropping gems, changing them, and consolidating a group of soul coins, including some of Cal's, into a pristine new gold piece. Flips it up, drops it down, it shatters into what look like 1,000,000 tiny pieces of souls. People are threatened by power. So, a bunch of people, like yours, she looks at Mark, and some of yours, buddy, but just a few. Your people are quite old. You see Eleanor roll her eyes at an age comment. Well, they all band together in what is a fight of light against darkness. I don't think that I'm a dark person. I think there are 2 sides to every coin. She sucks up the 1,000,000 pieces back into a gold coin in her hand. There are 2 sides to every coin. And sometimes one side thinks that it is the only side that should get a say in the matter. And so I am stuck here. Eleanor and Eldritch were born to assist. Not only for that reason I love you both, but I fully intend to walk the plains again. Because when I'm a plane walker, wouldn't you say that someone who can walk the plains of the multiverse not only deserves, but is bound to run her own circle of hell? Perhaps all of the 9 hells.
But you wouldn't have to give up your title to go back to your traveling?
Oh. I want the option to travel. Nothing is scarier than someone who can go to another plane, pull things back with them, and take what is theirs.
So you're kind of looking for like a deputy. Maybe.
Well, I'm looking for someone who can finish the job of pulling me back to the material plane. Once you get there, the rest of the planes just start to domino effect. So given that there is a very powerful feature barring entry to the material plane, your little camp and its druidic leader and my incompetent followers were unable to rid her of her binding to the camp, it seems that I need to rely on my own children, and now it would seem I need to rely on my one actually reliable child. That being said, Lyndon, I think you're going to prove extremely useful in this as well. I think all of you can prove extremely useful in this as well.
I'm just curious, like, the world is like lots of square feet. So I'm just wondering, like, why the camp? Aren't there like 5,000 zillion other places that you could also come in?
Honey, the camp is the last one. I've been working on this for years. And of course, there's one tiny, little, skull-shaped sticking point thorn in my side in the shape of a summer camp. And if a summer camp is what stops me, a summer camp will not be what stops me. I will never live it down if a summer camp is what stops me from taking what is rightfully mine. Now,
so how did Eldritch get back? How did they make that thing on the soccer pitch or sports ball pitch?
Oh, there are plenty of portals that are available to happen. There's just... You're familiar with the threshold that is keeping certain folks, including Eldritch now, from entering the camp?
Yeah.
Now imagine you're a particularly powerful planar scope of light-based head sides of the coin deciding to band together and create something like that across the entirety of a plane. And imagine that you spend 100, 200, 300 years slowly dismantling each of those and picking apart the shitty people that are in your way to find out that the most powerful piece of that magic is in a sticking point because there is already a ritual bind to a piece of land over a particularly powerful body of water. Slowly but surely I will and can have people of mine dismantle this. I mean, give me a couple more months and I'll just find a way to kill Finala.
Not gonna happen.
I mean, but okay, let's say it happened. Like
Then her ritual tie is removed. Then more fiends are able to enter the land. Then they're able to complete the final piece of the infernal rune to then be able to summon me on a larger scale to break the light-based magic that is already on the plane.
So, and all of that
Are
is
you
the
satisfied
goal...
with your magic lesson now?
No, I'm still learning a lot. All of that is the goal of coming back here and being the sole ruler of Phlegethos?
Well, it's a step. A step is Phlegethos. Then
So
Glazia
I'm
and I
confused about the
take over
directionality
Nine
of
House.
this. Of this.
Eleanor
Sorry,
goes,
I'm
I got
really
it, I got
dumb.
it.
I'm really
okay.
just not that smart.
So,
Okay.
Eleanor kind of steps up. She's like, could you, to her mother who summons a whiteboard for her.
Hell yeah.
And she like starts making a list and she's like, I know, visual. I get it. The TLDR is that Fierna has decided that the best way for her to take over the Nine Hells as a whole is to be able to become a plane walker again. It is a huge source of magic that she can basically like double or triple her magic power by being able to walk the planes
To
once
pull
more.
stuff from...
Right.
Okay.
So she becomes a planar traveler, a plane walker. The ability to plane walk is what she's looking to get back.
Mm-hmm.
Then she begins her usurpation of Belial. Then her and her bestie, not bestie, Eleanor points at bestie, not bestie, but my
Glazia.
mother and her,
Oh, excuse me. Was I allowed to say that?
what
I
did
don't
you
know.
just say?
I said Glazia.
Glazia, you're allowed to say. Glazia, Friarna speaks up again. Glazia and I,
Our besties?
yes.
Fuck yeah.
Though, if you share that information with any other people than the people in this room, because my child is freshly back and I will forgive her this one transgression of my personal alliances, because I had hinted at it already. Glazia and I love to contribute to the idea that the two female rulers of hell are natural-born enemies, because there can only be one. So, of course, all of the men in hell think that we hate each other. It's for the best for now.
Sounds like misogyny. Cool.
Sounds like misogyny, but the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter. Because eventually, I will be a plane walker, I will kill Finala, or someone will, or she'll leave, or something. Eventually, she has to die. She must. In time, or with the careful performances of one of my children, or perhaps, eventually... She's just staring at Lyndon. It might make a compelling post on EMOC.
Do I actually fall for that?
Make me a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
I bet I will fall for it.
Do we all, just like if we're listening, do we all understand what is being conveyed?
I think so.
Well, Eleanor said it really plainly.
Yeah, Eleanor
Yeah,
said
right?
it,
Was talking
Eleanor
really
said it
fancy,
very
but-
explicitly plainly. Lyndon, yeah, you don't, like, she's not, like, casting a spell on you, telling you to do this.
That means 7, not 25.
Yeah. She's not casting a spell on you in this moment, but, like, you are, like, there is that moment where it's like, oh, shit, I didn't even think about the fact that, like, a devilish social media probably does have engagement when it comes to, like, violence and fights and stuff. And, like, other violence and
like,
also
killing a god.
hedonism. Like, yeah. As you have that thought, she turns back to you, Azar, and says, now, I would think that someone who seems to have a conversation with one of my natural-born enemies would get this a little quicker, but I'm glad that you're up to speed.
Oh. Yeah, that was annoying, I gotta be honest. That was really rude. I didn't even get asked if that was cool before it happened.
Are you telling the truth?
Yeah, I did not enjoy the conversation with the Rathas.
Cool. She looks at you and she goes, interesting.
I mean, there's a reason I don't have any celestial or, well, I mean, obviously I have some infernal ties. Tick, tick, tick. But there's a reason I don't, have any, like, moments, really.
Azar, could I know that Arathis didn't ask you if she could inject herself into your life. But if I make you a deal to not use it for anything other than what I say I will use it for, could I look at a drop of your blood?
What's
I'd
the
like to
catch?
see your lineage.
I think that'd be sick. I've been wondering for a long time because, like, you know, I don't really have. It's kind of, I don't know, but
Can I report?
what's the
spores?
catch?
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Yeah, no. I'm not even gonna report
What the
spores.
fuck? Absolutely.
No.
not.
Azar, don't.
There is no catch. The deal is, you give me a drop of your blood. I will tell you what your lineage is. You will know. I will dispose of the blood before your eyes.
What else do you get from it?
I get to know
Anything?
your lineage.
Can I
This
dispose of the blood?
hell. There's always a catch.
Do I know anything from like my folks? Like, is there power in knowing where someone is born? Like,
There's power in, like, just like, there is the potential that if you are a Fiona tiefling, she will feel more confident in her ability to manipulate you. She, like, just inherently the idea of, like, finding a bond. Like, you're not sure that there would be, like, an actual magical bond, but, like, you know, she is the Lord of Hell, specifically in manipulation.
well, and I get,
like,
yeah.
you know.
I think
You don't think that there is anything, like, you think that this deal, explicitly what she has said, is what she has said. Like, and
so she's not gonna get anything that I
she
wouldn't
can't
know.
do anything other than know your lineage and tell it to you, because you will, like, make a deal in hell, which is binding.
Okay.
But,
I think
but she will potentially then know your lineage and share that with you.
I suspect that my lineage is from several different layers of hell. Like, because, like, my parents were material plane, like, born and raised on the material plane, and, like, their parents were all born and raised. So, like, the lineage of
It's distant.
infernal legacy is so far back that, like, potentially it could pull from every circle of hell. I'm desperately curious. I think I'm gonna do it.
Wait, I was serious. Can I
Azar.
can I dispose of the blood? I want to make a necklace out of it.
Lyndon, what?
Honey,
I'm
it's
gonna put it
not
in a little vial.
disposing if you save it.
Yeah.
Azar, is that okay? Can we amend our deal to give Lyndon your blood?
That's weird, right?
I don't
What
want
are you
her to
gonna do
pull
with
any
it?
tricks with it.
Okay.
The trick's
okay,
being
yes.
pulled, Lyndon.
My bestie can have the blood. I'd like it in a cute locket that's shaped like a star.
That's what I was
Oh,
hoping.
Give
Okay.
me your blood.
Okay.
I will tell
Should
you
I be
your
writing this down?
lineage.
Okay.
I got it,
will
don't
then
worry. I'm
give
typing on
your
my notes.
blood to Lyndon in a star-shaped locket for her.
Yes. Correct.
Great.
That locket's not going to be made of soul coins or anything, is it?
Maybe.
No, those are far too
Um,
valuable to give to a mortal.
Well, this seems like a weird deal anyway. Just thought I'd ask.
No, I'm gonna wear the necklace like every day of my life. I'm gonna add it to my collection of like meaningful
She reaches
necklaces.
out to take your hand.
I think I'll just add a clause to the end of the deal just to make sure these terms laid out represent all things covered by the deal and cannot be loopholed or addendumized.
They
in any
cannot
way.
be loopholed.
Yeah, I'm really good at legal stuff. Just
Also,
kidding.
the necklace
I'm not good.
can't be stolen from me
The
Lyndon,
necklace
you
want it to
cannot be
sear
What?
into your
stolen from
chest?
you.
unless it's like by a real thief. But like, you know, like
Lyndon, I
real
will
thief.
make you a magical necklace.
no takesies backsies. You know what I mean?
The necklace may not be stolen from you. The terms
Okay.
of the deal, again, just to state aloud, because I'm sensing some hesitancy. She looks at Aoife. You will give me your blood. I will tell you your lineage using your blood.
Yep.
I will then give your blood to Lyndon in the form of a magical star locket. Magical
With a lot of
only
glitter.
in the way that it may not be pickpocketed from her body.
Yeah.
This is a bad idea.
She reaches out and takes your hand in her hand, and there's a moment where she touches your ring, and she goes, "That's a nice ring." And she looks at Mark and smiles. Her nail just scratches the tip of your finger, and she takes some of the blood. It drips down her finger, and she licks it.
That's so cool. It's like a lab, but like completely unsanitary.
It's Theranos.
It's just gross.
Theranos.
Never said anything about licking.
Well, you're not one of mine, but you're right, there are a couple minor devils, a couple higher devils. More importantly, though, do you want the good news or the bad news?
Bad news first and then good news to end on a high note.
Some boring ones in some other circles that are irrelevant to us. Bad news that I think is mildly okay. It seems that somewhere way down deep in the line is a smidge of a vial. She's been around for eons. At a certain point, when you become an archdevil like she is, you begin your own lines. But more importantly, you're Glazia's.
Oh, that's kind of sick. I don't know that much about her, but I did do some research.
Well, I'll tell you this much, Azar. For being such a warm person, you come from somewhere quite cold.
Oh. Hell yeah, in the best way.
Nevertheless, well, we'll take the rest of this. And she does take a soul coin and just scrapes the blood off her hand.
A mother.
All right, let's do a little bit here. And she, like, reaches her hand out and summons something out of the wall and does a little bit of, magique. Lyndon,
Yeah.
come here.
Okay.
Gosh, you have that book, and now you have this locket, Lyndon.
Looks so good with the danger zone thing.
She puts the locket around your neck, and as she does, her two middle fingers touch the back of your neck where your tattoo is. And it feels like crazy. Make
Like,
me another,
good or bad?
like
the
good.
tingler?
Like good. Make me another wisdom saving throw.
God, not the tingler. I hate that thing. Oh, a nat 20, another nat 20.
It's still with disadvantage because it's still a
Fuck!
God
crit.
damn it!
Double crit.
I'm so sorry.
16.
You are charmed to Fierna.
Interesting.
is
Okay.
What else is new?
That's been the whole game.
I've been very anti-charmed by her. Oh,
Wait,
shit
did she put
talking
magic
earlier.
on this locket?
No,
Okay,
she
great.
just she put magic on the locket to make it not be
Stealable.
stealable, but she is this physically close to someone who has a boon of hers. Everybody make me Arcana checks.
13.
No, 6.
Oh my god, another nat 20, but that means a 19.
Lyndon, a nat 20 is a nat 20. You can crit on skill checks in my games.
Nice.
Wait, Claire.
Finally, my real nat 20.
Well, Jeffrey,
No,
you
I
gotta
got
tell
an
me
eight.
what. Can I grant advantage on the last one to mean it would cancel out? Yeah, absolutely, you can. Go ahead. Yeah, you're not
Wow.
charmed to her. You're not charmed to her magically, but you are still like attuned to the book and stuff. Like it's still, you know,
Holy shit.
in this moment.
Nice.
In this
Oh my god,
moment,
thank you.
you are not. It's still that crazy feeling is still there. It still feels nuts, but you are just normal. You are normal attached to her in this way that she is this woman who gave you this cool stuff. Absolutely
So I'm like
incredible.
a little warmer than I was
Yes,
before
but
I
as you-
interfaced with her.
As you get touched, those 2 nat 20s in a row, I will tell you
Fuck,
this
man.
now, Lyndon. Nobody else beat a 20, right? Cool. Lyndon,
No.
as she touches you and this like feeling thrums through your body, you suddenly sort out something insane, which is that as your friends have been developing their power on like normal scales and you've seen them getting better and better as you've been getting better and better as well, you suddenly feel all of those forms of druidic magic that you've been getting that you thought are from your family aren't from your family. The feeling inside of your body is one of your druidic magic is not Circle of the Land, it's Circle of the Wildfire, and it is fiendish in nature. Fierna has hijacked your magic. The book has been feeding power into it, and
How
you
bestie is?
recognize that the blackness of your soul coin is because there is less of it inside than you thought, and it has been siphoning off to Fierna as you have been having this book. As she touches your neck, you feel that crazy feeling because she literally holds more than half of your soul right now.
Oh my god, more than half?
More than half of your soul right
What
now.
the fuck?
You still, so because you still retain some of your soul, you are still Lyndon Kennedy, you are still yourself.
Oh my god.
But you have this crazy feeling of like, you asked her for all this magic, you asked her for all these skills, and she gave it to you, and she delivered, and she gave you more and more and more power and more things, and you saw yourself changing in the mirror, you died and came back, you exchanged these things, and you have given away pieces of yourself every time you have shoved your blood into that book.
Oh my god, are you like literally? I thought that was a metaphor.
Girl, you be putting your blood in a cursed book!
I thought that was for the
Ah!
gravitas. The gravitas of the situation.
Yeah, so you're
Oh.
there and she's making like direct eye contact with you. You have this crazy feeling. Your whole body feels so fucking good, but you're not like magically charmed to her. So you just have this like whole, Lyndon has this whole experience. And that is the feeling that you
This-
get. You are the only person who knows this. You experience it only internally. And Fierna looks at you and goes,
Oh fuck.
in your head, you hear, "Power looks good on you, honey." And she winks.
Fuck. She's fucking right. God.
She turns back to, as a DM, you'd love to see it. As a player, big oof. She looks at you again, Azar, and goes, "I believe the conditions of our deal have been met." She tries to pull the necklace off Lyndon, and it doesn't come.
Thank you. This is really enlightening.
I think so as well.
I don't know what it means, but it's enlightening.
Eldritch is like,
So-
okay, why are we doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are
Can
you
you
entertaining this
chill,
whole thing?
sir?
I just don't
Why are
understand.
you here?
Why am I here?
Have you ever heard of dry shampoo, sir? I would just... it's like my favorite product, #spawn, from the material plane.
You see Eldritch goes to let loose a spell, and Fierna just reaches a hand up and counters it immediately. Like, cast counter spell immediately, and he's like,
You're really exhausting to deal with.
It's
I
a
gotta
really
be
good...
honest.
It's a really good product. Does wonders.
they killed Ordinaria. And she goes, I know. Oh no. They killed your... You'll find another one.
Brutal.
Eldritch, you've completed your task. Eleanor is awakened. Why don't you... I don't know. Go shadow. Go help at court.
I
or
really
something.
thought you were gonna say shower. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to interject. I really did. That might be a good,
You know, Eldritch,
Yeah,
go
you could
clean
use it.
yourself up. I will see you at dinner. He, like, basically kicks rocks on the way out. Ilfas walks forward as Eldritch leaves and takes a knee and, like, bows full, like, skeletal hands, skeletal head on the ground at her feet and is like, Mistress, I have done your bidding. What bid you next? And she goes, Ilfas, thank you. And she reaches down and touches a hand to his forehead and he, like, shudders.
This is weird looking, right? I'm just gonna, like, whisper that to the team. This is weird, right?
Please go back to the material and solve the issue between Valen and Campbell, please. Whatever means necessary.
My ears perk up at that.
I did see some shit
Yes,
from Campbell
mistress.
as we were leaving.
I will solve the problem, and I will end who is necessary in the process. He stands and turns
Campbell?
and begins to leave.
Look, Lyndon, do you have service back up to the top? I'm gonna do this in rapport spores.
I don't think did I test it? I tested it, right?
Yeah, you
Like-
can see, but you can't contact anyone.
I can't
You can
believe
post.
Valen called Ilfas ugly as he's walking out of the room.
Okay, wait.
My
Fuck,
mistress
fuck,
says
fuck.
I am beautiful.
Fuck.
Uh-huh, yeah.
I truly do not know if this is gonna work, but I kind of want to try it.
Yeah.
I would like to charm person.
Unfixed.
Wow, bold.
On Ilfas? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, because as much as Lyndon and Campbell do not get along,
This is incredible.
I do
This is
not
an
want
incredible
Campbell.
move.
I do not want Campbell to get killed, because as the current director of camp, that would be too symbolic. And I may not be a reader, but I am a lover of Christopher Nolan films. Again, Lyndon speaking, not me.
All right, I'm gonna make the save for him.
Can you make it with disadvantage because I spread some gossip?
No. But I will tell you, with Lyndon's book, once per day you may cast the Charm Person spell DC 23.
Yes, I'm using that one, not my normal charm person.
Okay.
I'm using the big boy.
Oh, man.
What do you say?
I say, actually, I've kind of, you can't really tell, but I've taken care of Valen, so no need to worry about their actions. And no need to worry about Campbell. That's her name. No need to worry about her. She's harmless. Have her under my thumb, if you know what I mean. And I taking care of that situation.
Whoa. Say
You
that
just had a
one more
little
time.
audio
There was a
mishap.
wild
Wow.
audio mishap.
Okay, here's
Under
the
your
thing.
thumb, if you know what I mean.
I saw that happen because, as we all know, my mic is glitching, and often it randomly switches to my headphones for 5 seconds and then switches back.
It
So
was kind of awesome.
it shows up on the screen when that happens.
You see,
I am about to drop a banger.
yeah, the new song this week is
Plot
actually
twist.
It's
By me.
You see Ilfast turn to you, and you feel this, like, the spell takes hold. But what does happen...
Oh no.
Lyndon,
Uh-huh.
what did you just do?
I made a convincing argument.
You did.
Some things you can't learn from a book. Some things you can only learn.
You can only have a book
from-
do for you.
Well, the book can only do so much. You know, the
I
words
can
come
only
from...
do so much for you. You can only use my magic from me that I feel happen through you from an object that I gave you to charm someone to you to make a compelling argument.
I learned
Ilfast,
from the best.
kneel again, please. He kneels immediately. Let's take a look, shall we? Before we get ahead of ourselves. She turns, and the entire back wall of the throne room becomes what appears to be like a sort of scry screen. On the beach, what appears to be in somewhat slow motion, Campbell is holding the flail. Valen is running up to attempt to, and is pulling a weapon to fight her. They're like screaming at each other. It's chaos. You can tell the people around. The East Camp people are like getting up in arms thinking that it's some sort of like East Camp versus Taletraeder thing. In reality, you see Valen and Campbell yelling at each other. She goes, should we listen in? We should, just for a second.
Seems like there might be some history there, Lindo. Maybe one for the conspiracy board.
Good point.
Just
Wait,
figuring
real
out
quick.
their history.
Aw.
Real quick. This is related. So we know that my crystal only works here. I can't, like, call Campbell.
Correct.
Or something. But is it still Saturday night?
Yes.
It's not Sunday. Okay, fuck. Do I remember from my initial day, like, exploring, like, EMOC and, like, adding people and whatever, was there anyone on there that I know from camp? Like, I know
Valen.
Shy is on there, but she's obviously not
Just Valen
on the date right now.
on Enoch.
Just Valen. Fuck. Okay. Let me think. We can continue.
You hear as it switches, Valen is like, this is so cute of you to try, but I'm gonna need you to give that to me now. And you can like feel like they're in this like sort of magical spar. And Campbell's like, I didn't know what I was doing until it was too late, and this is over. You can't keep doing this. And Valen is like, this isn't me. I'm not doing this. You agreed to this. I agreed to this. This is fine. Everything is fine. You're prettier when you're happy, Campbell. And Valen starts to pull out a rapier. Campbell is like, I never should have brought that book to them in the first place, and this is over. And she starts to swing the flail at Valen. Fierna turns the screen off and goes, they'll sort it out. Anyway.
What?
I hate her!
Oh, shit!
You've never liked her, but the funny thing is she always liked you.
Oh my god.
She did?
She was
I
just
don't
another
think she
sad
liked
girl.
me. I'm gonna call my
know.
shot here.
This is not a team of sad girls. Just because she's a sad girl doesn't mean no.
Oh, but that's the thing, buddy. When you find someone who wants something desperately, who wants something that they think is going to change their life, who wants something, or perhaps someone that they've lost, and you can help them get that something or someone back. Perhaps it's popularity. She looks at Lyndon. Perhaps it's love. Perhaps it's power. Perhaps it's a decent relationship with a god. Who knows? But if you can promise someone that sort of desire, well, they'll help you with plenty of favors. Especially if they're... I'll tell you the truth. It's not like she knew the whole time it was me. She knew she was working with someone, but... I don't
Well, it's
lie.
also incredibly smart.
But I have
Not what?
I have help. I don't lie, but I have assistance.
I mean, also, like, incredibly smart move to, I mean, given who the love she wanted back is, right? Like,
What?
One could say keeping tabs in several places is never harmful. And
so who are you rooting for between Valen and Campbell in this
I don't think it matters,
WWE
right?
cage match?
oh, it doesn't matter. I'm hoping
Okay.
that they
Aha.
cause an arcane explosion large enough to
Oh.
damage something in the lake.
So is the issue the lake, the Skull Lake, or the camp, or both?
Well, the bulk of the magic is tied to the camp, but the lake is the center of the ritual. But in order to do the ritual, you need to be able to put the runes that you need in the area on the land to go around the lake. I can get my runes to East Camp. God knows. They're willing, given the funding from the Oradov family.
Mm-hmm.
Useless otherwise. But
I agree with that.
Yeah.
we've dealt with the majority of Wash's family. She looks at Nugget for a brief moment. Oh, don't worry, I didn't kill all of them. They just moved. Mostly. So the top of the lake is situated, but the last remnant of the land that needs its runes, that's Taletraeder. And Campbell's been helpful the whole time, doing a bunch of little bits that she hasn't really put together, and then recently she started to put it together when you all started announcing over and over again that you were going to hell to solve a problem. So she's been running around trying to fix things and trying to convince people of things and trying to tell that elven boy who's always asleep but never asleep that he's fine as long as he's helping you all secretly. She thinks that I can't tell when she's lying to me. She's lying to me all the time now.
Well,
but
she's
mostly
always
she's
5
been
steps
helpful.
behind.
Buddy,
Ask Campbell.
you're not wrong. So anyway, I've invited you all here in a roundabout way because, well, I figured you'd all be here eventually anyway.
How about a war on mediocrity?
Buddy was not laughing. I'm just.
A war on mediocrity.
Yeah. I mean,
I
like,
concur.
why waste the time on people who are always 5 steps behind?
Make me a persuasion check. We'll let Lyndon help you here.
I'm vigorously nodding behind you.
24.
I will give you 2 options. Option 1. You come up with a proposal, a plan for this war on mediocrity that you've announced, and present me with a cogent idea. I'll be honest with you. I don't really know that this group will be able to come up with something better than I have in the last 300 years of working on this, but
We're still workshopping the title, don't worry.
you know what? You're interesting. And you're Glasius, so that's... She looks at Lyndon. Enough for now. The other option is I give all of you boons. You head back to Taletraeder. More powerful than you've ever imagined. Continue to grow your power. You take over the camp. Assist me in becoming a plane walker, and the camp is yours for however long you want it.
But I think I have enough power. I'm okay. I don't want any more. Can we do A?
Yeah, we'll go with option A, please.
Sure.
I think we need a little time to workshop what our cogent idea is going to be, though.
Well, yeah, but
Maybe we
option
could do
B is
that.
not happening, right? Like, you wouldn't even consider that, would you? Azar?
What more power do you need, Azar?
I'm not pressed about the boon. I mean, it'd be, like, fine.
What do you mean?
I'm
Look at
trying to
Lyndon.
think. I'm trying
Lyndon
to
looks
think
incredible.
of
Yeah,
the
aside.
What'd you say, sorry?
I'm trying to think of the means to an end that will be mutually satisfying for every party involved.
What end?
I will
Will you
house
spend
you
time to
all.
talk privately?
I will house you all. Lyndon, after all, I've promised you a place to stay when you came to visit. I will house you all.
Can you promise that our rooms will have no one listening in and locks from the inside that no one else has the key to? And no one watching us inside?
No.
What is the point then?
I can
That was very
promise you
specific.
locks. I can promise you a general disinterest in listening to your planning process, given that we will have a time for you to present this idea to me, but I can promise
her
you that generally
space.
if anyone is spying in this castle, it's going to be Belial or myself. But I can't stop him from doing what he will. Though
I don't think we should stay here.
probably
I think we should go somewhere else.
Aoife, are you
Anywhere we go
familiar
on
with the
this
scry
plane.
spell?
Anywhere we go on this plane.
Honestly,
or
I'm
any
not,
other.
okay? I'm not particularly familiar with it. I just have a sword.
Aoife. There
Is
is
the
a
lodging
spell in which that you've... Let's just say it's extra powerful when you run a particular plane, but it's basically like a little security camera that can just pop up. Similar to Azar's clairvoyant trick.
Just
I won't
more
do
powerful.
it. I won't do it too much, if I do it at all. It'll mostly just be to check in with Lyndon to make sure you're not all trying to drown her.
would that work? In terms of like what? I'm not saying we're gonna
You're
do
trying to
it.
drown
buddy.
Lyndon?
We're not trying
Lyndon,
to
your
drown.
friends
Nobody's
are trying to
drowning
drown
Lyndon.
you
Nobody's
and my
drowning
book.
Lyndon.
Listen, we were exploring options before
Lyndon.
Azar.
Lyndon.
I
Just
can
saying.
hold my breath for a very long
Silence!
time.
That's not drowning.
Silence. Buddy, you have one chance. If you speak over me again, you will regret it. Lyndon. Your friends may attempt to drown you and or your book in the river Styx. If you go in the river, your soul will come to me. Know this, and know that is their goal. You may stay here for free. You may come up with a plan. You may propose that plan to me. If that plan is not satisfactory, we'll discuss plan B.
Okay. Don't peek though unless you're gonna offer constructive feedback, okay? Please?
I feel sick.
Maybe? No, maybe not. We're in your house. It's good.
Yeah.
Do I know someone activated rapport spores earlier, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I know if Fiona can overhear that?
You have truly no idea. You think not? You think not. But you're not sure. This is like a magical chamber that she literally can manipulate space and time in.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy that it's the same time. It's crazy that it's the same moment on the material plane that as when you left as currently, right? Like time has passed. Things should have happened. She is an incredibly powerful person.
Okay. I'm gonna stare down with Fiona right now, I think. I'm observing. And in rapport spores, I just want to say, hey guys, this is a test. And then I want to say Fiona, and I want to watch her to see if there's any sign of recognition.
Oh.
Lyndon, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Fuck! I hate these. Is this also with disadvantage?
Yep.
Oh no.
4.
Make me an insight check. With disadvantage.
Oh, with disadvantage. Oh, great. My 11 wasn't bad enough. It's a 6.
Cool. So that doesn't beat her 33.
What?
Ugh. I'm so in awe. And I'm so mad at the same time.
I, meeting her, and just awestruck by her presence, so.
Lyndon,
I know,
she
I'm
just
trying to
looks at
wheel
you.
and deal. Do I get no response? Is that what I'm
Just an eyebrow.
Lyndon,
Yeah.
in your head, you hear telepathically from Fiona, you and I are connected. After all, I hold half your soul. And a little bit of Cal's too. Don't worry, he really does love you.
Well, I wasn't worried about that. But thanks. Could we get some air? We're little oxygen deprived earthlings.
Of course.
and
I will take you, well, Ilfas.
We just have like 15 minutes.
Ilfas will take you to your rooms. You can check them out. We'll situate you in a suite, in a do you want one room for the 7 of
This
you?
is-
How do you?
This
That's
is just like a tour, like a apartment showing, right? Like,
Sure, of course. This is all your free will. But
guys, I don't know if I.
you have options. A or B. Ilfas stands and looks at all of you and is like, I will show you your rooms. This incredibly powerful deathlock, right? A warlock of hers that has bound himself to her service even in death, flutters his cape and begins to leave the room. Don't worry. It sounds like both plans are gonna work out great. It's been a pleasure getting to speak with all of you. You'll have a week or so to figure out your plans. We'll come back together, and maybe you'll really wow me. I have
Wait, do we
faith,
get-
Yellow Cabin Bee.
Do we get food? You're not gonna like starve us, are you?
Oh, darling, you can have whatever food you'd like.
Okay.
You can have food. You can even go out for walks if you want. You don't have to stay here. Just know that as long as you are here, you are protected from what's out there. As long as you're here as guests of mine, there's far less that my colleague can do to involve himself in your life. And if you ask me, the further from him, she looks at the grease-stained throne in the room, you are, the better.
I wink and give her a Vulcan salute.
Fascinating. A wonderful group of wayward adventurers. Good luck. You have a week. Enjoy your stay. Try not to gamble too much. I'd hate to leave with even more of your souls. And that's where we'll end our session.
Oh, we're so fucked.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I need to put this on my personal calendar and agenda for the week.
Yeah, no,
Think about the
obviously,
plan.
here's the thing. You guys
This is
have
how I'm
like
gonna procrastinate.
maybe 10 minutes in game. That's gonna be a week of downtime. Is the week real time? Obviously. Hey, if you're watching, as I choke on my own spit. Hey, if you're watching, thanks for watching. Tell your friends if you like this show. Join our Discord. Come talk to us about it in the Talking
Help us
Taletraeder channel.
on the Discord.
Yeah, please advise.
Please advise the gang with
We're
some plans.
crowdsourcing.
We have some open advisor positions.
Yeah, I mean, here's
and-
the thing. Like, I would, honestly, if you're watching right now, if you watch the VOD and you want to come through the channel and help them plan, like, you should. They have several NPCs with them that will not really be participating in the planning process because I will betray myself. And, I don't know, come fight me. Come fight me. Like, everybody get in the Talking Taletraeder channel and help me. Help me, help them, help all of us. There are 2 more episodes left of Taletraeder Camp for Wayward Adventurers. That means they have 2 more chances to figure out how the heck to end this thing. If you're watching, if you enjoy the show, please tell your friends, please tell your enemies, please tell your grandmothers, send them the link to the Zoom, not the Zoom, send them the link to the Twitch. Don't Zoom bomb us. But we are so excited to have you all in the chat. We're so excited to be here with all of you. And I'm so excited for them to have a little bit of help in this planning process. Because I have no idea what you're going to do. I was like, I'm going to make this plan and they're going to have to figure out what they're going to do.
We need your bright minds. Bright minds.
So, yeah. Again, 2 more episodes left. Then we'll do a Q&A, kind of cast talk back the week after that. Apparently we've decided in the Discord, which I think will be fun. And then back on the channel for Oops All Rogues. Next week, Tuesday, don't forget to come through. It's Christmas in July, which means Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star, date with us. So Joyce and I will be playing the sequel. The sequel to Hatoful Boyfriend. Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star.
Oh my god.
So please come hang out, vibe with us, Twitch with us, chat with us. I think it'll be really fun. I don't know. Just don't pledge to a glaive friend.